Welcome to this Warhammer 40k 8th edition rumours video with me, Mark, from the Xenoviz channel, and today I'm going to be talking about more and more and yet more rumours. Today I've come on to the Naftica blogspot website, Fate212. There's been a lot of rumours coming out to do with 8th edition, and little snippets about movement, shooting, assaulting, charging, overwatching and everything like that. And now there's been another one set up on one of their blogs from a reliable source, so I thought I'd get this information out to you guys right now. So, first thing, assaulting is 2d6 and it can be multiple units. So 2d6 assaulting, quite similar to what we've seen. Split fire, any unit can target as many targets as they want. Normally the unit doesn't have to target the nearest unit, but there are lots of abilities that have this restriction. So split fire is pretty cool. From what I see from this written down, rules as written, essentially, or rumours as written, you could have a 10-man squad of tactical marines and have 3 of them shoot over to a squad of Hormagaunts that are coming in, and then the rest of them fire, say, at Carnifex is coming in. Interesting idea for gaming mechanics. Invulnerable saves simply ignore armour penetration up to the given value. They are not that common. Wave Serpents and Canoptic Rates have one. Okay, invulnerable saves simply ignore armor penetration. So, interesting. Most power fields, etc. are separate saves that are taken in addition to other saves, just like Feel No Pain of today. They may or may not ignore mortal wounds on a case-by-case basis. So, special shields can do special things. Dodges, camos, etc. are now to hit modifiers. So camo netting, I believe this will happen with Jink as well. And rather than having, say, a 4-up cover save, a 5-up cover save, a 6-up cover save, what it will do is just minus your opponent's ability to shoot. Characters cannot join units. Big news this is. Characters cannot join units. There are a few rules later on which show how characters can still be slightly survivable, but now characters not in the unit. This is big. I haven't seen this in the in 40k in the last 10 years, I guess, that I've been playing at least. And there's another thing that comes up later. I'll say it now. There'll be no more challenges. Challenges are gone. Characters can be targeted if they are the nearest target to a unit, or you're within 12 inches of a character, then you can target it. So that's a little bit of survivability. You can't just snipe it from afar. You do have to be within a certain range to do it. Larger models are usually the characters. Okay, deep striking units can be placed anywhere. Every unit with deep strike has a certain value. You have to beat that value to land on the target, otherwise opposing players can move that unit the roll distance. So I'm guessing from that, if you have a deep strike ruling of 6 and you have to roll a 6, make it to that number. So you roll a 6 on 2 dice or a 7 on 2 dice, 8, 9, so on and so forth. You get to place them. Anything under that value, your opponent gets to move them a certain distance. There are no more mishaps. So, as you may have seen recently on our Grey Knights versus Space Marine video, spoiler alert, I had 3 big units destroyed from deep striking. Not great on my part. I'm terrible at rolling and doing scatter dice, so this might help. Overwatch shooting against deep strike units within 9 inches are at ballistic skill -1. A big one for demon players, summoning is not a psychic ability anymore. It's a normal deep striking with the psyker as a homing beacon instead. I like that. There are spells that replenish or add wounds to demon squads as well, so a bit of a buff for the demons. Most vehicles have a single attack with a high strength, but no AP. Some have considerably more, like the battle wagon. Vehicles and units fighting against vehicles can usually fall back without a penalty. They cannot move in the charge phase when they have moved or shot in the same turn. Most walkers don't have this rule though. Terrain enhances armour in the assault phase for the defender, or both in consecutive turns, and it's negated by grenades. So if you have some units entrenched, you get a slight buff to help you out. I guess that's fair because now in this assaulting era, I guess we could call it, the person assaulting gets to go first, so you do get a bit of survivability there. And assaulting units get +1 attack, so that's normal. Vertical movement does not count against the allowance for moving, but a model cannot go higher than the movement value given to them. So if you have a movement value of 6 and there's a ledge above you 5 inches, you can go up there absolutely fine and then do your things, but if it's 7 inches up, you just can't do it. There are exceptions for this, for jumping units, flying units, and of course ranges are measured on the ground level from base or model to base or model, whichever is nearer. Units that are deployed within 3 inches of a transport cannot move, but they can charge in the charge phase. That's brilliant. So we can charge out of vehicles. That makes, again, a sway in the meta from shooting to help buff up some assaulting units. So Khorne Berserkers, Terminators, well, they were usually in Land Raiders anyway, but the Eldars will benefit out of this as well. There'll be no more firing from a transport though, though some vehicles, especially open top ones, have extra firing points if they transport enough models, but they use their own ballistic skill and and there are fixed weapons on it. For example, Raiders have 5 fire point splinter rifles, but only if they transport Kabbalite warriors. No challenges, what I've been through as well. Hidden power fists are viable again. Wound allocation by owning player and any model in the squad. So you can choose who has been hit. There are some precision weapons, and it's always on a 6. Units. Command points allow to reroll saves, hits, wounding, or charging distance, and reroll a single dice throw. Negate all terrain in 12 inches of your models, alter attack sequences, boost psychic results, blah blah blah. Command points seem to be a big thing now. That's going to be happening in 40k. A big thing. So going for these that we've seen in the videos recently by Games Workshop, having these formations or how to create these armies, get you certain command points, it may be more beneficial to do it that way. Perils of War. Snake Eyes on a test. Gives you D6 on a table, you do D3 mortal wounds, and the worst case scenario, you can lose that spell. So I'm great at rolling ones. I look forward to doing that a lot for you guys. So players can spend command points to choose who goes first instead of rolling. Whoever spends more points get it. So say it's turn 2. I'm going to go, right, let's roll. My opponent says I'm actually going to expend 5 of my command points this turn. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to keep them for my turn. That gives him the benefit of going first, doing some damage, whilst I try and use them more tactically in what I can do, or vice versa. If I think, do you know what, I really need to go first this turn, I will then expend more. So it's a good dynamic to the game. Matched games have a fixed number of turns, 5 to 6 rounds. 18 inches is the starting range now, not 24, 18 inches, and turn 1 charges are completely legal. That's pretty cool. Again, this will make the game shorter because there's less foot slogging. This is going to be a huge buff for Tyranids and some Orcs. This is incredible. It's going to speed up the game, like I said, and get close combat units in there quicker. Reserves are now not random, except for second turn, half the units are deployed, third turn, half of the remaining, and fourth turn is the rest, which is interesting. And I think it looks like you can choose what comes on, which gives you more viability to bring things on. More tactical things, allows you to control it better. Flyers have individual to hit modifiers. So for example, to hit a flying monstrous creature could be a -2 or a -3, depending on what's happening with that monstrous creature. Or an orc plane could be -2 as well to your ballistic skills. So that's quite interesting. There seems to be a lot of minus to ballistic skills to try and improve and make it more streamlined and easier to play. Flyers, there's some new rules with the flyers with different weapons for other flyers. Terrain does not influence movement though. Some set of terrain pieces half the movement of other things, so it doesn't look like you're rolling to go through terrain anymore, which again will speed up the game. True line of sight is used to establish line of sight to each model, so that's cool. In match play, models have a fixed base size, talks about it in the general handbook. So that's a few of the things. I've kind of tried to speed through it all, just a quick video for you guys. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comment section below. Are you excited for it? Do you know what I am? I'm really excited about these changes. Streamlining. I think this is going to be a big buff to especially my Tyranids. I think it's much needed with all those armies at the top tier now being chased by demons and Tyranids and potentially orcs as well. So I look forward to that. Thank you for watching and listening. Please comment, share, like and subscribe. It helps the channel up more and we can put more videos out for you guys. Thank you very much. I'll see you on the next video.